Let's take a quick look at everything AIRA offers to marketers in Experience by Kentico today. AIRA is a key part of Experience by Kentico. It's showcased throughout the product, and it's designed to help marketers with their daily workflows and overall strategy when using Experience by Kentico. And we can see a great example of that here. If I go to the Personal Banking website channel, I'll navigate down to one of our campaign pages. So we have this Mortgages landing page, and I can go ahead and edit it. As we scroll down, we see a lot of great content, but I'm actually missing an image here at the bottom. I really can't go live with this campaign until I've added an image to this widget. So I'll go ahead and open the widget properties here. And thanks to our smart drag-and-drop asset uploading, I can simply drag my image right over here into the widget, and we will place it into KBank Global Media Assets Upload. This is a pretty large PNG, about 1.6 megabytes, but it's already been optimized for me, and I can go ahead and apply the image. And we can see that image is now there and ready to be used. I'll go ahead and save this page. Next, let's jump over to the Content Hub and go to those media assets. And here we can see the image that was just created for me automatically by AIRA. AIRA filled in the alt text and selected tags taxonomies by analyzing the image and identifying the taxonomy tags that were appropriate for it. It populated all of this for me already. I can use these tags for smart folders. I can use them to drive customer experiences. And the alt text ensures this content is accessible automatically. I, as a marketer, didn't have to do anything here. Additionally, if I open up the image properties, we can see that AIRA detected the focal point of the image automatically. And this is great because this is a very wide image, and if AIRA had not detected that focal point, it might be somewhere in the middle of the image, which means any customers come to this experience would miss the KBank brand. Everything that I want to show off in this image and this focal point is also useful for all these cropped variants of the image, making sure that no matter what variant I have of this image, it's going to be correctly displayed across all of my web and email experiences. So again, this is something I, as a marketer, don't have to do. AIRA took care of everything for me behind the scenes. In fact, I didn't even see AIRA. It's just there. If we head back to that campaign page, we can see the image is now in place. We can also use AIRA to perform translations for us. So I'll switch over to Spanish, and we can see there's currently no Spanish version of this content. I can select Translate using AIRA, hit Continue, and AIRA will translate not only this landing page, but also all of the related content, all the content linked to this page across the Content Hub, or any other web channels that I might be linking to from this page. I'll go ahead and click Translate with AIRA, and we can see AIRA collecting all of that information and using AI models to process and translate all of that content, including the content that would appear in widgets in the page and also any structure, the content behind the scenes. And in just a few seconds, I can preview the result. All of this content has now been translated for me. So as a marketer, all I had to do was click a few buttons, and my content is ready to go. My landing page is now ready for Spanish-speaking audiences. But AIRA isn't just useful for digital image assets and website channels. It can also be used in marketing emails. So I'll jump over to our marketing email channel and select this Email Builder demo. And we can see there's already a lot of great content here and email widgets being used to display that content. There's a big block of content right here in the middle. You know, it's a bit too long, and I would like to tune that up. Thankfully, I can jump over to the Content tab here, select this content, and use this interaction point here to refine text with AIRA. I'm just going to simplify the language. So AIRA quickly simplifies that text for me. I could use additional prompts if I want to tune it further, and I will go ahead and paste in that content and we'll save. Additionally, this subject line, Welcome to KBank, it doesn't really match with the business banking content that I have throughout this email. So let's ask AIRA to generate a new subject line. Boost your business savings today. That works perfectly. Finally, I can use AIRA to generate new content from existing content in the Content Hub. So I can select existing content. We'll go to the Business Banking workspace within the Content Hub, and let me click Products. Thanks to Smart Folders, I can quickly find the Business Savings Account structured content item. I'll select that. And let's go with about 20 words. That's ideal for email preview text. I'll go ahead and generate, and AIRA is able to summarize that piece of content, and I can go ahead and paste that in here. And now, my email is ready to go. And we can see that my content here in the middle of the email that's being pulled from that structured content, it's tuned up. If I switch to mobile, everything still looks great. And then if I go to preview the inbox details, we can see my new subject line and the preview text. So web channels, email channels, digital assets, this all improves the marketer's workflow. Some of those AIRA experiences are behind the scenes. Some of them are out in front, very visible for the marketer to see and interact with. But we also can use AIRA to help us optimize experiences and get insights about what's going on with our customer engagement throughout our digital channels. So we can see here in Customer Journeys, I can select this customer journey and see the progress of customers throughout all the stages in this journey. This is great if I'm a marketer and I created this customer journey. I know about all the details of this campaign. I know how everything works. And I can look at this and say, yep, I have the insights already about what's going on here. But if I'm new to this customer journey, I'm new to this campaign or this team, it's great to have AIRA here to help me along and identify details about this customer journey. Explain to me and give me some insights. So I can ask AIRA in this chat interface, yeah, sure, get a journey breakdown. That sounds great. Why don't you explain what this customer journey is all about to me, AIRA? And we just wait a few seconds, and AIRA's going to collect all of that data, do the summarizations, and then the model is going to process all of it and prepare for me some insights not only about the customer journey, but also about any contact groups that might be associated with it. So we can see, yep, here's all the journeys, the details, and it gives me a quick summary about what it's actually trying to model. But you know what would be great is now that I understand what the journey is trying to tell me, can I optimize it? Can I improve the customer experience? AIRA has access not only to the data that's part of our contact groups and also this customer journey, but it also completely understands experience by Kentico through our guides and documentation. Which means if I ask AIRA, how do I improve? For example, how do I improve the download case study stage? AIRA can use that insight it has about experience by Kentico and give me recommendations that are going to be relevant for me as a marketer using this product. So, maybe if you're an expert marketer and you've been using Experience by Kentico for years, you already know how to maybe optimize that stage. But I was going to give me real recommendations that I can take and execute on. And then I can come back here after collecting more customer data and optimizing that experience and ask AIRA again, what do the statistics look like? What do these stages look like? What insights can you provide for me? And of course, because AIRA has access to that documentation, those guides, it can link directly to them, giving the marketer education within the product so that they can be more efficient in their use. Marketers love the AIRA capabilities within the product, improving their workflows. However, they also want to be able to control how those features and capabilities work. So if I go to the AIRA application here on the dashboard, we can see that, yes, AIRA is active for me. But if I go to the feature settings, you can see here that we give marketers full control over how AIRA is functioning within their Experience by Kentico application. This is key for data security governance. Maybe there's restrictions or requirements on the use of AI within an organization or within a team. They can toggle these features on and off to make sure that they are in compliance. Additionally, they can customize how AIRA understands their content and their organization by providing some tone of voice guidelines. So they can come in here and tailor that context to make sure any content that is generated matches up with what their team is going to expect. And we even provide the ability to tune the translation experience so that if there are specific words that are unique to KBank, maybe our product lines that we don't want AIRA to translate, we can specify that here in these instructions and make sure that that translated content is great from the first translation experience. All right, so that is the demo of everything that we have in Experience by Kentico for AIRA today. Again, digital asset transformations and metadata population. We have a great experience with translating content. Just a couple clicks and all of your content and linked items are translated in emails. You can quickly generate and refine text throughout that email and customer journey. Insights help marketers optimize the customer experiences and gain insights about lots of data that could be complex for them to understand. That's AIRA. Smoother workflows, better content, and more control. Right inside Experience by Kentico.